Hey there, Alamance friends. This is your choir director, Katie Hensley. Just thought I would bring a little note of hope and comfort for you today with a little bit of background story on one of my favorite hymns, His Eyes on the Sparrow. I know that it's a favorite of some of yours as well. It's one that has always brought me comfort. I love the tune of it. I love the message that the words bring. It's very hopeful. It's very comforting. And now is just as good a time as any to really, think about those things that, bring that sort of message to us. So I'm going to share a little story about the way that the words were written. This is all coming from a book called Then Sings My Soul by Robert J. Morgan, and it is a book that is compiled of a lot of our favorite and most beloved hymns, and it gives background on either text or tune or both, mostly text I believe, where it came from and how it was created. So this is His Eyes on the Sparrow. Sevilla Durfrey Martin was a Canadian by birth, born on August 21st, 1869 in Nova Scotia. She became a school and music teacher, but when she married Dr. Walter Martin, an evangelist, she gave up teaching to travel with him and assist in his meetings. This is her account of writing the song. Early in the spring of 1905, my husband and I were sojourning in Elmira, New York. We contracted a deep friendship for a couple by the name of Mr. and Mrs. Doolittle, true saints of God. Mrs. Doolittle had been bedridden for 20 years. Her husband was an incurable cripple who had to propel himself to and from his business in a wheelchair. Despite their afflictions, they lived happy Christian lives, bringing inspiration and comfort to all who knew them. One day, while we were visiting with the Doolittles, my husband commented on their bright hopefulness and asked them for the secret of it. Mrs. Doolittle's reply was simple. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he's watching me. The beauty of this simple expression of boundless faith gripped the hearts and fired the imagination of Dr. Martin and me. The hymn, His Eye is on the Sparrow, was the outcome of that experience. The day after writing the song, she mailed it to the famous gospel composer Charles Gabriel, who penned the music. And that's why we have this lovely hymn right now. So, words written by Sevilla D. Martin. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? 'Cause Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him. From care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on and I know He watches me. Can't wait to see all of you. Hopefully it's sooner than later, but until then, until we meet again, have a wonderful day.